Hello and welcome to Art Bytes, short encounters with the collection at the Marianna Kistler Beach Museum of Art. I'm Emma Kellogg, and I'm a gallery teacher here at the museum. And today I'd like to share a series of lithographs by artist Leonard Baskin. Leonard Baskin was not afraid to explore deep, complex, and sometimes dark topics in his work, such as the Holocaust, Judaism, mortality, injustice, race, and politics. In his work, marginalized people are often given center stage, and he puts a focus on their stories, stories which are often overlooked or rewritten by the dominant culture. Baskin was born in 1922 in New Jersey to a family of rabbis. He began creating art at a young age, and he had his first solo exhibition in 1939 in New York at the age of 17. He was creating art during the abstract expressionist movement in the 1940s and 50s, although he was not a fan of this movement because he believed it took away from the importance of the figure in art. Baskin studied at Yale University, and while he was there, he founded the Gehenna Press. He chose the word Gehenna because of its Hebrew significance, usually translated to hell. The Gehenna Press is one of the earliest limited edition fine arts presses in the United States. Baskin believed in the multidimensional nature of being an artist and explored a variety of media. He was a sculptor of bronze, limestone, and wood, a printmaker, and an illustrator. He is known as a commemorative figural artist and has done many projects involving portraits of historical figures. One such project we will be discussing today. Baskin was commissioned by the National Park Service to do illustrations in a 1969 handbook that described the then titled Custer National Park, which has since been renamed to Little Big Horn National Park. Immediately upon beginning research, Baskin developed a deep disdain for General George Armstrong Custer, a U.S. Army officer and cavalry commander for the Union during the Civil War and also during the American Indian Wars, a conflict that was fought initially by the European colonial empires and into the 1860s against various Native American tribes. As Leonard continued his research for this project, he developed a strong admiration for the Sioux people who defeated Custer, along with his disdain for Custer. He acknowledged that this project opened his eyes to Native American history and their inhumane treatment by the United States government, which he had previously been largely unaware of. In his portrait of General Custer, Baskin chose to portray him with shifty eyes, looking toward the viewer almost guiltily, with his chin tucked close to his neck. In contrast, he portrayed the Sioux people and other Native Americans, in particular tribal leaders, as stoic and powerful, though in their eyes he captured the sadness of the atrocities they'd experienced. Instead of sticking with the Eurocentric narrative of Custer and the Native Americans, Baskin was drawn to the tragedy of the American government's broken treaties with Native Americans. He related to the plight of Native Americans as persecuted people through his Jewish heritage, seeing the ties between the genocide of Native Americans by the United States government and the Holocaust, something that was constantly on his mind and ever present in his work. In the Beach Museum collection, there are several of Baskin's Indian drawings made during this research of Custer and the Sioux people. Let's take a moment to observe one of these portraits. Here we have Baskin's portrait of Chief American Horse. American Horse was a Lakota chief, educator, and historian. He is known for his attempts to achieve peace between people of different backgrounds and promoting education for his people. You may notice that this portrait is a mirrored image of the photos of the chief. This is because Baskin drew from these photos, and during the process of creating a lithograph, the image is reversed. These portraits are one of the many examples of Baskin exploring political themes. Addressing the Vietnam War, Baskin made a work titled Man of Peace as part of an anti-war exhibition in 1971. Other works include his labor movement sculptures. Baskin traveled around France with the goal of making a sculpture of every type of worker in France in bronze. Baskin was a fan of Marxism and even had a tattoo of a hammer and sickle before he had it covered in order to join the Navy. Going back to Baskin's Indian drawings, I will leave you with this question. How can artists use the figure to tell stories about the people being depicted? And how can we use the figure in art to uplift marginalized people's voices?